common mistake when we talk about investment is the fact that people assume somehow that investments are only for rich people, for people who make millions a year, who drive Lamborghini, who live in villas with swimming pools, and only for those Instagram models or football players who make literally millions a year, which is completely wrong. It's a wrong concept, and instead, those people who basically make money, make lots of money, but don't have the rich mentality, the rich mindset, who will keep them wealthy, end up poor or in the position their mindset is. What I'm saying right now is the fact that if you're poor, you have no money, and you win the lottery ticket and you make millions, it's just a matter of time, if you don't have the rich mentality, the rich mindset, that you will end up poor again, which means that you will return basically to the starting point. It's just a matter of time. Time adjusts all those kinds of inefficiencies. So you want to develop a rich mindset, a wealthy mentality, a rich mentality, which will guarantee you over a period of time, over a long period of time, that you will have more money aside than the one you have today. The way you do that is through investments. Now, people, when they're first getting started, think that they have too little money to invest. Let's assume you have a couple thousand euro or a couple thousand aside. It's perfectly fine to start with that. Start where you are right now, start with what you have. Don't believe that it takes millions in order to start this game, because it actually doesn't, alright? In fact, it's the opposite. If you are brand new in this game, start with what you have, start with little, and keep on going, keep investing over a period of time, and keep the habit, alright? The path will appear the way you follow the road, the moment you follow the road. So just start now with what you have and implement later. That's also because if you have lots of money but you are not new into investment, and you start with millions, which was the initial factor, if you have a huger amount of money, it's bigger the mistake that you can make. That's obvious, because you can lose more money. Instead, if you are new and you start with less, with little, it's even more tinier, the mistake that you can make. That's obvious. And for that reason, if you are first getting started, it's not wrong starting with what you have, starting with the little amount that you have. It's fine. Then you will grow even more over time, yes, but you started with what you have, and that's fine. Don't interrupt the habit. Start with what you have and keep on going. That's a crucial concept. That's a key factor, basically. People assume that the investment stuff, that buying things, buying asset is only for rich people. It's not. Who said it? Who is a rich person? Somebody who has lots of money. Alright, but how do I become rich actually? Well, rich people have investments. Then I should do the steps, the actions that brought the rich person there. And they, even when they first started, they had some investment growing, because when time passes, those investments will grow over a long period of time. They will earn even more skill, they will become more skilled, their skill set will become bigger, and this way, when it comes another opportunity and time passes, they have the skills to analyze what is going on, to make even more profit, and to put even more money into the investment. And this way, the return on their investment basically becomes even bigger. All right. So that's a key factor. Don't ever assume that because you don't have lots of money aside, this investment stuff, it's not for you. It is, alright. You can start with what you have, with the right mentality, right mindset. If you don't invest when you have a couple thousand aside, you won't invest when you have hundreds and hundreds of thousands aside, millions aside. Alright, it's the habit. It's the same thing. It's same with savings. If you don't save if you have less money, you won't save it when you have more money. Alright? It's about the habit. It's a boring game, but it's a long run, it's a marathon, but you gotta be consistent, you gotta take the habit and just keep doing it. So don't assume in any regard that if you don't have lots of money you cannot invest. Yes, you can. You start with what you have, start with what you got. All right. This investment game is a long run. Think about the long term. All right. Invest what you have now and keep implementing over time. Okay. And develop the right mindset, the right mentality, which will bring you the right knowledge in order to grow your investments, to grow your assets, to become wealthier, not only rich, which means having a high income stream, earning lots of money. Yeah, you are rich, but you want to become wealthy. When wealthy people have, guess what, investments aside. So even if you are poor, if your income is poorer, is less than a rich person, so you make less than somebody who makes more, but you invest and the person who makes more spends it all and wastes it and throws it out of the window completely, over a period of time you end up wealthier than that person, because you have developed the right mindset which allowed you to do the right steps, to take the right action in order to grow, to make your investment grow, and to put those money aside in the way that in the long run you win the game completely, because you have those assets now that pay you even more than what the rich person is making. So it's about the right mindset, it's about developing the right habits at the beginning in order to have them set on the right spot when you are growing and when you are developing and when you are earning even more. Because if you don't have the habit when you're starting, when you're first starting, you won't have it later when you make even more. So start with what you have. It's again also for you if you have too little, if you don't have lots of money. Yes, it's also for you this game. Start searching about investments, do it, and just take action now. Then implement later and study about investments, of course. So that's it for today's video. I will see you in the next one.